30s, realize it now.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and open everybody up for questions. Okay.
So that was a scrimmage.
It was ragged, but it's not, you know, I kind of expected. I mean, we held a lot of guys out. So there was some good and bad. I mean, the ball was on the ground way too much, so that's good for the defense. But offensively, there's too many fumbles.
Did you hold Justin out today?
Yeah, he didn't play. Diedrich Mills didn't play. I mean, we held, none of the tackles played. It was, yeah, and the same on defense. So it was a lot of the backups and guys that we wanted to look at before Monday.
Do you feel like you have any more clarity on the backup quarterback situation after watching them go today?
Probably. It's situation. It's like I said all along. It would depend on the situation who I sent in. It's type of the game, the way it was going, what we were doing.
How about the offensive line?
Well, I think the first group is okay. You know, Freddie and Shamir and those guys didn't play much. Shamir didn't play. I don't think he got hurt, but I know Freddie played one series and Shamir. I think the first series they went down and scored. And defensively, a lot of those guys didn't play either.
How'd the backup line look, offensive line?
They're struggling. It's the same guys that were out there in the spring. They're going to struggle. I mean, most of those guys, like at tackle, I mean, they're all hurt. They're not serious. They'll come back Monday, but you know, 3 of the top 4 were out. So you're playing with, walk-on guys.
Have Taquan and Matthew improved in their decision making and ball security and things like that?
I think in some things, you know, today I was a little disappointed. We tried to do some unbalanced and some stuff like that, and you know, they missed some stuff that should be easy. But they haven't played a lot, so that's why you do it. That's why you practice.
And
What schedule look like starting next week now that you're
We'll be on
breaking camps, just regular schedule?
Yeah.
with the wide receiver position,
Actually, I thought they caught the ball a little better today than they did the first time.
is
Scrimmage. Huh?
Is
Ricky
Jalen?
June made some nice plays with the first group. I mean, they got themselves behind down in distance 2 or 3 times, and he made a couple of really nice plays on 3rd down to make, you know, catches. And, you know, I think he only played a series, him or Brad.
Do you feel like Jalen's in the 3rd or 4th
Jalen
spot
didn't
now?
have, I think he's vapor locking a little bit right now. There's a lot going on, and I'm sure he's beat up and tired. So he'll be all right. He's going to have to play. He's got to.
You said the other day that after Ricky and Brad, it was still kind of uncertain. Is that
Well, it's probably, you know, we'll see set down, but more than likely it's going to be between Harlan Howell and McHale and Jalen, more than likely. They'd be the first 5, I would think.
What has Harlan shown you?
He's just, you know, he's a year older, a little tougher, a little stronger.
Christian's still struggling with injury?
He's still not out there, yeah.
Wow. That's I mean, it's frustrating for everybody. It's
Yeah.
not,
Anything else for Coach?
I'm curious to be in a camp. I mean, can you kind of sort of, how do you feel about how things are going?
I think we had a good camp overall. I mean, we got after it pretty good this camp. You know, we had a lot of contact, a lot of scrimmaging, and that's why I wanted to hold some guys out. My big concern now moving forward next week is, you know, to focus in on Boston College and get the guys fresh for the first game. That's my big thing about all the first games. I want them to have their legs and be ready to go. And we've done most of the heavy beating. There's not a lot of that left. The contact work, we've got a lot of that in. Now you'll have to get pieces of it, but you know, most of that's done now. It's more game plan stuff and refining, and now that separating it into scouts, and when you have fewer people, you can get a lot more reps for them too.
Freshmen that'll play, you mentioned...
Could be a million of them, I don't
Right.
know. Well, could be. I mean, it's like I said before, we got, everybody's going to Ireland,
Right.
and we got 4 home games in a row, so they're all going to be dressed. And if we need them, we'll play them.
Anything else for Coach?
Oh, A-back. Kind of, it seems like Clinton and Ike, and then...
Well, Clinton and Ike
Len.
started a year ago, so
Yeah.
it doesn't, I don't know who'll start. It really doesn't matter. I mean, you've got J.J. Green who's going to play, Clinton's going to play, Quay Searcy's going to play, Ike's going to play. There's 4. I don't know who I left out. Lynn will play some.
What
You
about...
got Austin McClellan, you got Nathan Cottrell, so there's guys. We've got guys there.
Is J.J. like anybody?
J.J. Green?
Yeah.
It's like J.J. Green. I mean,
Is anybody Anybody else besides the Union Green?
Not anybody, I mean, I don't know